The first thing Amara noticed every morning was the silence. Not the peaceful kind that came with calm or comfort. This silence was heavy. It clung to the walls of her one-bedroom apartment in Port Harcourt like humidity that refused to disappear. Even when traffic roared outside and generators coughed through the neighborhood, the silence inside her room remained. She stood in front of her dressing mirror, adjusting the long honey-blonde wig resting perfectly on her shoulders. The mirror had a crack running diagonally across its surface, a souvenir from the day her landlord banged violently on her door demanding overdue rent. She had slammed the door too hard afterward, and the mirror had paid the price. Sometimes she wondered if that crack represented her life better than anything else. She tilted her head slightly, studying her reflection. Her makeup was flawless. Her skin glowed under the ring light. The designer handbag lying on her bed could pay 3 months of her former rent. On Instagram, people described her as elegant, blessed, and living proof that patience brought rewards. But the woman staring back at her looked like a stranger wearing Amara's face. 12 months ago, she had been someone else entirely. Before everything changed, Amara lived a simple, predictable life. She worked part-time at a boutique that sold imported shoes and handbags. The pay barely covered transportation and food, but she managed to survive by sharing a small apartment with 2 other girls. At night, when exhaustion wrapped around her bones, she would lie on her narrow mattress scrolling endlessly through Instagram. Social media was her escape from reality, a place where dreams looked effortless and happiness came wrapped in designer labels. That was how she first discovered Lena. Lena's Instagram page looked like a luxury magazine that had come alive. Every photo told a story of comfort and excitement. Lena sipping coconut juice beside turquoise ocean water. Lena laughing inside a private jet, her sunglasses reflecting sunlight like tiny diamonds. Lena posing in silk dresses on balconies overlooking city skylines. Amara found herself returning to Lena's page almost daily. She commented often, "Soft life queen. Living my dream life through you. God, when will it be my turn?" The comments were harmless wishes whispered into a digital void. She never expected Lena to reply. It happened on a quiet Tuesday evening while Amara sat outside her apartment, fanning herself against the heat because electricity had disappeared again. Her phone vibrated. She glanced down casually, expecting another promotional message from the boutique owner or her roommate asking her to buy kerosene. Instead, she saw Lena's name flashing on her screen. Her heart skipped. "Hi babe. I like your vibe," Lena wrote. "You look classy and calm. Are you interested in traveling?" Amara stared at the message for nearly 2 minutes before responding. Her fingers trembled as she typed. Their conversation flowed easily after that. Lena spoke confidently, like someone used to being admired. She described a lifestyle filled with international travel, luxury accommodations, and generous clients who enjoyed female companionship during vacations. Amara felt excitement rise inside her, but fear followed closely behind. She asked questions carefully, pretending to sound casual while her mind raced with possibilities. Then Lena presented the opportunity that would rewrite Amara's life. Dubai. For days. 3 girls. Private hosts. Payment, $20,000. Amara's first instinct was to refuse. The amount sounded unreal, almost dangerous. She had never held more than $500 at once in her entire life. But reality began whispering louder than caution. Her landlord had already given her 2 warnings about unpaid rent. Her phone screen had spiderweb cracks that made typing painful. Her younger brother had dropped out of school because their mother couldn't afford his fees. Each problem stacked itself in her mind like bricks building a wall around her hope. Lena reassured her constantly. "It's easy. Just be calm, respectful, and enjoy yourself. You deserve this life." For 3 sleepless nights, Amara argued with herself. She prayed. She cried quietly into her pillow. She imagined a future where she never worried about money again. Finally, desperation made the decision. She agreed. Dubai greeted Amara like a dream she had accidentally stepped into. The airport alone felt like a palace compared to anything she had seen. Glass ceilings stretched endlessly above polished floors that reflected golden lights. Chauffeurs waited beside luxury cars holding name placards like scenes from a movie. Their hotel suite was beyond anything she could imagine. Marble walls, silk curtains, and a balcony overlooking the glowing city skyline. On each bed sat designer shopping bags filled with perfumes, shoes, and dresses. An envelope rested neatly beside Amara's pillow. Inside were crisp dollar notes. For the first time in years, she felt relief wash through her body. The men hosting them were calm, well-dressed, and surprisingly quiet. They treated the girls with politeness that made everything feel safe. Dinner was served by private chefs. Music played softly in the background. The entire environment radiated controlled luxury. Amara allowed herself to relax. Maybe she had been worried for nothing. The second night began like a continuation of paradise. Expensive wine flowed freely. Laughter filled the suite as music pulsed softly through hidden speakers. Amara felt lighter, her anxiety dissolving under alcohol and reassurance from Lena's confident presence. Then something shifted. One of the men entered carrying items that felt strangely out of place. The mood in the room changed subtly, like sunlight disappearing behind clouds. Instructions were given calmly. The atmosphere became uncomfortable, heavy with expectation. Amara's confusion quickly turned to fear as she realized the situation was far from what she had imagined. She felt trapped inside a nightmare disguised as luxury. She hesitated. She protested quietly. But the room felt controlled by rules she had never agreed to, rules reinforced by threats of withheld payment and humiliation. That night, something inside Amara shattered permanently. Not her body, but her dignity, her sense of self, her belief that money could ever be simple. When the trip ended, Amara returned to Nigeria carrying $18,000. $2,000 had been deducted for what the hosts described as poor cooperation. The money solved problems instantly,